Hello everybody and welcome back to How Not to Run a Space Program. My name is Singlety and I'm going to teach you how to not play this game. If you saw my last video, you'll understand that I'm impressively bad at this game. I really am. I'm actually trying my hardest. I am literally not trying to be bad. So, yeah, I just am that bad. So hopefully you find this entertaining. Because I find it entertaining still, even though I suck. And yeah, let's just jump straight into it. So I decided that what I'm going to try and do for at least for now is every time I start a new game or I start a new video, I'm going to start by making a new ship. Plain and simple. So last time, let me just look at what we had from last time. We had the Skyscraper Crawler 2.1. So let's load that and just look at it for a second and see what flaws we had. I remember I hit the water too hard, so I need to separate the top stage. And I should get rid of one of these. Alright, so let's get a new ship going. I don't know what we're going to call this. I'll think of a name before we save it. But let's start out. To start, we need our capsule, obviously. We're going to need... Nope, we need at least one stage on for the science thingamabob. And then we could add 3 goo containment units maybe. That sounds good. And then we will need ourselves a parachute. Parachutes are very good. Parachute's going to need to open earlier, and we're only going to need one of you. Put you right on top this time. This time it's actually there. I don't know why it wasn't there last time. Yeah, so we're just shipbuilding and seeing what happens. We're going to need it to separate from that stage. The parachute's going to need to open earlier, so I don't know how to change that, but I'll figure it out. And yeah, let's make this one try and go into orbit. I think that should be a solid goal for what we're going to do here today. Is try and get you to do an orbit, at least, around the planet, and then come back down safely. Let's see if I can pull that off. I highly doubt I can pull that off, but we'll see if I can pull it off. So for while we're in space, we're going to need at least some sort of control over anything. So these are solid fuel boosters. I don't want them, so I can actually control stuff. I want the lowest boost one, because at this point I should be in space if I do everything right. So I want the thrust to be the lower one. So this one has a lower thrust, so it should be a little bit lighter. And I don't need as much thrust in space. I need more control, like minimal changes, hopefully. Let's do another stage in between here. There we go. Now we're on to our final adjusting orbit stage / getting into orbit stage, so we don't need too much. So let's add 2 more fuel tanks. Maybe 3, because these are pretty small. I wish I had like larger fuel tanks, and we will add a full-sized rocket onto here. I'm gonna end up, I keep on forgetting where to look for thrust. Alright, so there's the full-sized one. I'm gonna end up launching this one. I guarantee it will fail, and then I will come back because the bottom stage is going to be just the solid fuel boosters with fuel tanks. And I want to get the ratio correct, so the solid fuel boosters run out at the same time as the fuel tanks when it's on about half thrust. That's the goal that I have, personally. I have no idea how that's going to go, but we're going to try. So, let me add, separation stage, again. You can see how bad I am. This is as far ahead as I think. I need this thing to go up. And I need rockets attached to it at some points. So let's add 4 of you. And then we will need our bottom rocket, which will be the higher thrust rocket, aka this one. And we will need some solid boosters attached to this. I'm thinking 4 should do the trick. No matter what we try and do, 4 should definitely do the trick. Let's orient them in a way so they actually work in my favor. I want them to be underneath that arrow correctly. Let's turn angle snap on. So hopefully that helps. There we go. That should be helpful. Alright, so we got those three. We will add this to that because I can't separate the solid booster, so it doesn't matter anyways. I should have had angle snap on the entire time. I forgot that was a thing. It's been a long time since I played, so let's add some fins to the bottom so we can actually control it. I hope that actually works, and we will add some to the top, like here, so we can control it in space. The rest of it doesn't need fins. And I believe that is going to be it. Now I need to come up for a name. So the last one was Sky. I apologize about that. The sound cut out when I was naming my ship, unfortunately. For some reason, when I press arrow keys, it mutes my mic. I don't know why. I went through all the settings. I've Googled it. I cannot figure out why that happens. And I forgot about that. So let's just go straight into launching it. What I was saying is I come up with a random name for my ships. I honestly just put together the first two words that come to mind. And this one is named the Mountain Jumper because the last one was the Skyscraper Crawler, and I believe this one's going to go higher. I have faith in it. So let's just jump straight into launch. So let's put the boost, just leave it where it is. That should be fine. And 3, 2, 1, liftoff. You better stay up straight. You pain in the ass. You're already falling over. Why are you falling over? Why is there more weight on one side? Ah, it's the goo canisters. Ah, that's fun. That is real fun. Okay. Well, as you can tell by now, I genuinely have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just going to let this fly until it crashes. We turn the rockets up all the way so that way we get some real boost going in here. Hopefully the air resistance goes away in a moment because we will be entering orbit. Okay, now I have that one booster down there and we're actually slowing down, unfortunately. But we are slowly gaining altitude. Let me twist it to a point where I could actually hopefully control it. It appears that's not going to happen. So let's break that off and relaunch and see if I can gain control ever. Nope, it just wants to nosedive. That's beautiful. I'm getting re-entry effects because I can't control my ship. I don't know why I can't control my ship, but I can't. So let's just crash land it. Let's observe the mystery goo at these high speeds. Great, getting no information from that. We'll observe the materials bay. Okay, we get 35 science for that. Actually, let's review the data. We'll transmit the data. Let's see if we can slow down and actually stop now. If I could land this, I'd be impressed. And then the mountain jumper would be the proper terminology for it. And let's deploy our parachute. And see if we could actually stop before we hit the ocean. Because I believe it should float. Wow, I can't believe I saved this. I am actually very impressed with myself. Keep that data. Wow. This is impressive. I can't believe I saved that. Alright, so let's go in for a landing and see what we could fix. See if we could get this science and actually get anything helpful for our cause. I don't need that big of rocket boosters, I don't think. Okay, so we landed. Let us observe some mystery goo. You observe the goo. Cool. 8 science for that. Can we do it again? Cool. 8 more science. Let's take a crew report. We get 4 science for that. And let's do an EVA. Let's see if we can twist this onto its side so we can get back in. We'll do an EVA. And we will take a surface sample. We've collected a sample of the surface. And we will do an EVA report. I don't think the spacesuit was entirely necessary to get here, was it? No, not at all. Okay. Now let's go back onto the ship. B to board, and we will recover the vessel. So that was a little bit stupid. I need to figure out how to fix this ship. But we have plenty of science. Look at all that. 79 science just from that. And we've recovered Bill. We didn't even lose him. So let's go to the science center and see what we can buy. What do we need? I don't need any of this. This is obviously completely unnecessary. Some more parachutes would be good. A heat shield. But did I need a heat shield? A radiator panel. Dissipate heat into space. Interesting. A micro landing strut. Ooh, a landing strut wouldn't be bad. And then a parachute and a service bay. Interesting. Let's research that. And then I will guess we will get this so we can get the radial decoupler. So let's research that. Now what else could we use? Different types of rockets and a bigger fuel tank. We got a crew cabin. A strut connector, a structural fuselage. Okay. Another decoupler, another adapter, stability enhancer. I don't know how to build planes. Like, if you thought I was bad at building spaceships, you'd be in for a surprise if I ever tried to build a plane. Ooh, we got some cool stuff on here. We got a battery pack, a thermometer, a radiator panel. What is this? The communications and data transmission system. Alright, cool. And a data transmission system. So I'm thinking that this fuel tank is cool, but the science from this might be worthwhile. I'm going for the fuel tank. Yep, it's happening. Alright. So let's head back out of here. And let's go see if we can fix that damn spaceship. Alrighty then. So now that we have the ability to decouple you guys, let's do that. And let's separate them and do 2 at a time. So let's do 2. About here. And 2 here. Try and make them as inline as possible. And then we'll do 2 of you straight onto here. Actually, let's move these guys down. So that way, when it's resting on ground, it's resting on these. I prefer that. More stability. And then you can go there. We'll put you here. Now, do we have the aerodynamic things to put on the top? Because that would probably help. Yes, we do. And 2 here. Now, so what I'm thinking is we try and launch with just these 2 boosters. So 1, 2, right? So let's start with those. And you. And we'll move you guys down to start. Then we move on to these two after we decouple those two. So let's move you guys up to here and move you two down to the thing that I still need to make. Actually, let's move you all into the same thing. That's fine. And then we'll decouple these two and launch this all at the same time. Decouple you, launch, decouple you, launch, decouple, and parachute. But we need to balance you out. So let's take off the 3 of these and make it 4 of these. So hopefully it's slightly more balanced. The weight, because 3 didn't seem to be working for some reason. I'm just going to assume that that was the reason. Great. How big is that? Oh, that's much bigger. That'll probably work significantly better. So let's get rid of these and replace it with some of you guys. I'm guessing that's as straight's gonna get. Okay, and is there anything else I could add? I got a service bay. Radiator panel. Don't need any of that. A landing strut. Landing struts. That's the last thing I needed. So let's put on 4 of you. Perfect. And some more parachutes. 2 of these should be fine. And then we should have more than enough to stop. There we go. Attached. And there's no thing for the landing struts, right? Okay, so now let's rename this. This is Mountain Jumper 2.0. Let's save it and let's go to launch. And you can still hear me this time. Great. So again, we'll start RCS and SAS on. We will turn the thrust all the way up because it shouldn't launch with thrust, and we will begin with this. So now we have a significantly slower acceleration going up, even though it's pulling to the left for some reason. Why are you pulling to the left? What did I do wrong? I'm completely unaware. Let's launch the rest of it. Oh, that didn't work. That did not. That didn't work. Luckily, I attached parachutes. Okie dokie then. Let's get a crew report. And let's just kind of safely land. And watch the parts fall. I think they all already fell. I think we missed them all. Okay then, so I honestly have no idea how to build a ship. I used to be much better at this game, and now I don't know what I'm doing. I used to actually know what I'm doing. There goes one, 12 kilometers away. There we go. Put it back into normal time. Let's do a quick EVA. Oh boy. Let's let go. Alright. Now, take a surface sample. Substance makes scientists yell at us when we go. This is the substance that makes scientists yell at us when we go into the lab without cleaning our boots first. Alright. And let's do an EVA report. I don't think the space boot was entirely necessary. I agree. Let's grab. Let's board. And let's recover. Okay then. I don't know how to build rockets. That's a thing. Well, we have 44 more science, so we could get that other thing. And we got Bill Carmen back. We could go back into here. And we can get basic science. So we could have a thermometer and whatever this is, and yeah, so let's research that, and there we go. Alrighty then. What is this? Science Archives? Oh, okay. Alright. So, I believe that's going to be it for today. I apologize that I don't know how to build a ship. One of these days, I will figure it out. I think it needs to be less top-heavy. I think that's the key. I need to have less components in there that can flop over, so next time, maybe I'll build a smaller ship. Radical idea, I know. And see if I could get into space again. Because I think to build the bigger ships like that, I'm thinking, my assumption is they're kind of pivoting on themselves and like bending a little bit at the joints where they come together. Which I feel like wouldn't happen anywhere ever, but it's, I guess, happens in this game. So that's my opinion on that. That's what I think is happening. We'll try it out next time. I will learn, but I believe that's going to be it for today. So if you like this video, be sure to leave a like rating down below and let me know that you liked it. Also, be sure to subscribe. I have a Kerbal Space Program video coming out every week, and also so you can see my other videos, and I think that's it. So thank you very much for joining me. My name is Singlety, and never stop questioning the world around you.